I grew that, god dang it. But that's why you want to cut it open. See, here we go, I'm hiccuping. How to eat a super hot pepper and not pay the price on the bathroom floor for hours. Stay tuned, I'm gonna tell you how to do it. I also got a surprise secret at the end, so stick around for that. Yeah, and one other good trick, you know, just to see how much pleasure you're gonna be in, you know, just weigh your pepper. So we are in grams. 6 grams of pleasure. So once you're done weighing your pain, pleasure, you can start to cut open your pain. pleasure, So you basically just want to cut it open, right? And we're checking for blackness inside the pepper. And that's how we're looking. And you know what? Has a huge placenta. And it smells floral. I can smell the floridity. The floridity and beyond. Before you get to this step, okay, you know, you want to have your stomach prepped. Any kind of meal, basically, but carbohydrates work best. Starches, potatoes, pasta. You want to have something in your belly to absorb that heat. So that's rule number 1. Before this even goes in, you got to have something in your stomach. Do not do it on an empty stomach.
Oh my God, that was stupid.
Your first time eating a pepper, you could be really, really nervous. I know I was the first few times I've eaten a pepper. And sometimes, just like a fight, the best thing that can happen is for it to happen quick, and then it's over and done with. The same can be said for a pepper. You know, sometimes the best thing to do is just, eat it and then deal with the consequences. As long as there's something in your belly to absorb that heat, you should be good. But the worst for me, okay, is when somebody says, I got a pepper, I'm gonna bring it in for you Saturday for you to try and eat. I wanna see your reaction. You know how nervous I got? Or how nervous you could get from that? I liken it to a fight. I was working for one whole summer. Bought a jacket. It was an Alexander Keats jacket, okay? I went to school in the fall. I think I was in grade, 10 or 11. And I absolutely loved this jacket. I worked all summer to get it. And it was stolen from me in class. Somebody stole my jacket. So we figured out what was going on. I had a few people tell me what happened and who had it. And we ended up doing the old fisticuffs right in the bathroom. And, you know, I think he got a couple and I think I got a couple. I think I got more than a good couple in. So I think we did pretty good. And I was so relieved. Just how relieved you are after you eat the pepper. You know, I was so relieved. I thought everything was done. You know, we had the tussle in the bathroom. Everybody was in there. I thought everything was good. Everything was over. And then I get word he wants to fight me in the back of Glace Bay, in the back of town, 10 p.m. Saturday.
Everybody go tell Jules that he's getting it. Saturday, 10 p.m. in behind town. You better be there, Jules.
And there's people that can verify this story. I think he had about 10 people there, and I had about 10 people there. And we did, but I'll tell you, okay, leading up all week to the weekend, I was scared to death. I was scared. And people were telling me things, oh man, he's so mad. He's wild at you. He's gonna go nuts on you. I was absolutely terrified. The same can be said when you eat a super hot pepper. You can have that same nervousness inside you, right? Building up the excitement. So many thoughts and feelings and rushing through your brain. And I had massive adrenaline leading up all that week. I think we did okay in the back of town that night. And I don't know if anyone will see this that was there, but they can collaborate that it happened.
To conclude on that story, I did end up getting my jacket back.
But my point is, okay, the same can be said when you're eating a super hot. I felt some of the same nervous energy, endorphins, adrenaline, You know, I don't know if that's part of the reason why I love it so much, but you know, it's just, it can be a rush. It can be fun. Just make sure you're doing it the right way. Have something in your belly, okay? So let's eat it. Let's eat the super hot. I believe this is a beast pepper. You can see the gnarly bumps all on it. Cheers, everybody. Okay, Woo! This one's floral. Very perfumey taste. Wow. Ugh. Hot, very hot. Heat for me, it seems like it's all at the back of the throat. That was either a Reaper or a Beast. Burns ripping up my throat. Hey Siri.
Yes.
What is a beast pepper crossed with? Man, I'll tell you I will tell you, my throat is on fire. So here we go. 1 to 1.5 million SHU. The Beast Red Pepper originates from the USA and was created by Brian Seal. It is not the same as the Chocolate Beast created by Thomas Spillane, or at least what we've been told. It's crossed between a Carolina Reaper and a Chocolate Naga Brain. Fruits are very gnarly, like the size and get up to 1.75 inches across and turns from a green to a red when fully ripe. That has my eyes watering, guys. What a burn, good burn. It may make me hiccup. My heat, good 4 or 5. Good 4 or 5 on that. Oh, nose is running. That's the other thing, okay? Rule number 2, you eat that pod, you are gonna get that perfumey taste. You just gotta try to get it down. I find sometimes the faster the better. The faster the better. Wowzers, that is hot. I grew that. I grew that, god dang it. But that's why you want to cut it open. See, here we go, I'm hiccuping. That's why you want to cut it open and make sure it's not black inside. Especially because I grew it, I don't trust myself. Here we go, see? We are hiccuping, guys. So, that is a beast of a pepper. And so yeah, once the pepper's down, you have that full belly. Now the ride begins, and you just buckle in for the ride. Rule number 3, do not drink water after you have eaten the pepper. The best thing you can do is drink a bit of milk. The water is only going to intensify the burn, and it's going to make it worse. Yeah, the whole back of my tongue, guys, whole back of my tongue, whole back of my throat is just ripping, lit right up. I think I'm at a 5 for heat. Mouth is salivating. Mouth is salivating. Whew. That's hot. Wow. You know, rule number 4. Am I on 4? See, I don't even know where I'm at. Rule number 4. Once you eat it, you've rode out the wave of pain. I mean pleasure. Get some. If you do feel discomfort, one surefire way that I like to, I'll get a yogurt. Get that, if you feel any stomach pain at all going on, get a yogurt in you. I find it's good to have a good base of food below and on top of that pepper. We don't want to expel it, right? You're basically, I try to bury it. I try to bury the heat in my stomach, whether it's with a base of food, the pepper, and then some yogurt or even other carbohydrates right on top. You know, I have seen it where, you know, I ate 2 peppers and I don't think it was enough to make me boot it out of my system, which if you can do that, okay, it's gonna help alleviate that pain in the stomach. But if you can't boot like me, sometimes the best thing to do is just bury it back in with potatoes. Just getting the potatoes back in. Oh, wow. I think my burn is starting to just reside a little bit, maybe a 4. It's kind of dropped a little bit. And then I would say rule number 5, guys, a good trick I like to use. I buy 35% creamer, and that is a trick J-Bob told me about. And let me tell you, when he turned me on to the 35, I was using, I don't know, it was 15%, but it wasn't the 35. And then when he told me about the 35% creamer, man, I went with that. I started buying that. That's all I go to now. If I start cramping, I go to the 35. I just take a little sip of it. Sometimes that's all you need. And that 35% creamer actually binds the capsaicin together in the stomach. So sometimes when I did extreme challenges and I would use that creamer, it would bind all the capsaicin together. And when you did expel or boot, it drew a lot of it out of the system. So, whew. Creamer, guys, that's my 5th and secret tip. Try it, I'm telling you. Make sure you're not lactose intolerant though.